Hello, here are 5 phrasal verbs when talking about emotions and reactions, how you react to things. Let's go. Number 1 is, before we start, there is a PDF. You can download it in the description if you want. It's good for review or following along with the video. Okay. First one is bottle up. So bottle up means you suppress, you hide, you hold back your emotions instead of expressing them, instead of showing them. So imagine you have your emotions in a bottle. I need a bottle. I don't have a bottle, sorry. Here's a bottle. You put your emotions in the bottle and I tighten the bottle. I've bottled up my emotions, all right? Nobody can see them. I hold them inside, all right? So here are some collocations. Collocations are natural groups of words that go well together. So bottle up emotions, bottle up anger, bottle up stress. Let's look at some examples. He bottles up his emotions instead of talking about them. She bottled up her anger for years before finally speaking out. You're speaking out. So speaking out about her anger or about her past or something that happened. Last one. It's unhealthy to bottle up stress. Yes, it's very unhealthy to bottle up stress, isn't it? It's very important to release your stress. So what's something you tend to bottle up instead of expressing? What's something you tend to? Tend to means usually. What do you usually bottle up instead of showing it? Please answer now out loud or write it in a book. Or my favorite one is answer in the comments. Let me know. It's really good practice if you use these phrasal verbs, not just watch, right? Write them down. For me, I tend to bottle up stress. Yeah, so I need to find a way to release my stress. What about you? Let me know. Next one, lash out at. So it means react angrily and aggressively, right? Aggressively. You react angrily. So you might lash out at someone or lash out in anger. So it's showing that you're really angry. You lash out verbally. Okay, so let's look at some examples. She lashed out at her boss after being criticized. So it means that she maybe suddenly shouted or screamed at her boss, angrily, after being criticized, after the boss said she did something wrong or she did something incorrectly. Next, he lashed out in anger when things went wrong. What do you do when things go wrong? Third, she lashed out verbally at her friend during the argument. So it means she really started shouting and acting very emotional. Okay, so it's very aggressive, right? Like you're not fighting, but that kind of energy, right? Aggression. It's a good phrase to use. Did I ask this question? I'll ask again. Have you ever lashed out at someone and regretted it? So usually we lash out when we're not really thinking straight, we're feeling very emotional, and then later you regret it. You wish you didn't say the things you said, right? So write it down. Answer the question. Next one is choke up. It means become emotional and unable to speak. So if you're being choked, right? This is choke. You can't breathe, right? So imagine I'm very emotional and I'm finding it difficult to speak. Do you like my acting skills? So, yeah, so you're kind of, you can't breathe, you're very emotional, all right? You choke up with emotion. Choke up when talking about something. Choke up during a speech. You can just say, oh, I choked up, or look, he's choking up. So an example, he choked up with emotion at the speech. So at the speech means he is not giving the speech. He is probably listening to the speech. If you're doing the speech, he choked up during his wedding speech. Okay? Another one here is she choked up when talking about her childhood. So maybe something really bad happened in her childhood. Okay, question. When was the last time you choked up with emotion? Try to answer verbally. The last time I choked up with emotion was when I gave a speech at my wedding. Yeah, I think I was a little bit emotional and it was difficult to speak, so I choked up a little bit. What about you? Next one is shake off. So you get rid of a bad feeling. So you shake, it's like this, right? Shake. You're shaking off a bad feeling, but not just a feeling. There's a longer meaning in the PDF, everyone. But you can shake off stress, shake off nerves, a bad mood. You shake off a bad cold. This is very popular in English. For example, it's taking me ages to shake off this bad cold. Or I really want to shake off this bad cold quickly. Now I put shake it off because we can just say, I want to shake it off, or I'll just shake it off. I put shake it off because there is a famous song called Shake It Off by the one and only Taylor Swift, Shake It Off. But it's a great song. Listen to it, learn the lyrics. It will help you to remember this phrase, and you can enjoy an English song. Examples. I need to shake off this stress before my exam. Perfect. We could change stress to bad cold. I need to shake off this bad cold before my exam. Right? You don't want to be sick while taking an exam. Next, she shook off her nerves before going on stage. So remember, shook is the past participle. Shook off. So she shook off her nerves before going on stage. Do you feel nervous when going on stage or giving a presentation? Remember to shake it off then before giving a presentation. He went for a walk to shake off his bad mood. Great. Some really good examples there. Question, how do you usually shake off a bad mood? So what do you usually do? I usually play guitar, go for a walk, and maybe play some chess to shake off a bad mood. It helps very easily. All right, next one is dwell on. And it means to think about something negative, right, bad, for too long. Some collocations, we dwell on past mistakes, right? You think for too long about past mistakes. Dwell on negative thoughts. Dwell on bad experiences. We can say also just dwell on the past, right? I think I dwell on the past too much. Do you dwell on the past a lot? I do. Examples. She dwells on past mistakes instead of learning from them. I think I do this sometimes. Next, he tends to dwell on negative thoughts too much. This is me as well. Do you dwell on negative thoughts? And last one, it's not helpful to dwell on bad experiences. And it's not helpful to dwell on negative thoughts or dwell on past mistakes, is it, everyone? But, you know, that's something we do, but it's something that we can maybe shake off, right? All right, question. What's something you tend to dwell on for too long? Tend to, right, means usually. So what do you usually dwell on for too long? I dwell on the past in general, especially maybe my past mistakes, yeah, in life. But life is about making mistakes, and learning English is about making mistakes, right? The more mistakes you make, the more opportunities for learning you have, right? So the more mistakes actually is for the better. All right, it seems those are our 5 phrasal verbs today. If you are still watching this, thank you so much, as always. And remember to download the PDF, practice these phrasal verbs, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.